Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all your support. Quick favor, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, but let's get right into it. I found something kind of interesting, something we don't find very often or hear very often, and that is a what I'll call even an objective but also positive conversation surrounding Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense and the changes that are being made and what that is going to look like. So I thought it'd be something to be interesting to play, let you listen to it, and we can have a conversation because I have some thoughts about this as well. And this is Mina talking about the new system with the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts and what that might look like compared to what we have seen in the past.
In the McVay Shanahan tree or whatever, there's different branches, right? Like the Packers offense comes from that. Jordan Love was under center way more than Jalen Hurts for sure, and there's more play action and whatever. But it's different from like San Francisco, or like Love throws deep outside the numbers a bit more, which is something that Hurts is very good at. So there's definitely some room for flexibility. I do think for Mannion, it's going to be like, okay, let me take this concept and then let me see what within this scheme where does my quarterback want to live? But hypothetically, it should make Hurts' life a lot easier. Like watching Philadelphia last year, the level of difficulty always felt like it was turned up to 100 for both the quarterback and the receivers. It's like, go win, go win, go win. And one thing I want to highlight, I was just looking this up. Philadelphia's offense was below average in a lot of things. But one thing where there's a huge discrepancy between them and Green Bay is on short passes, 0 to 10 yards. The Packers were third league wide in EPA per play, 0.19, which is very high for short passes. The Eagles were 22nd, 0.02. If Hurts is bought in, you think about the players they have: Barkley catching passes, Makai Lemon yards after the catch. It could be a lot easier for everybody.
That's the idea.
Man, I am so happy to hear all that. It is some of the stuff that I've been saying. I'm sure a lot of you have been thinking it as well. I love that she said, "Hey, the design of the offense has made life difficult, not just for Jalen Hurts and the quarterback, for the receivers as well." Mentioning Saquon Barkley, who I've talked about multiple times in videos about how dangerous he could be coming out of the backfield as a wide receiver. Dallas Goedert also yards after catch. The Eagles' offense has never been designed in any way, shape, or form with Kevin Patullo to get yards after the catch. It just simply has not been. It has been very bad. I mean, that's just a great example when I hear talking about that on short passes and yards after the catch is we all know now, it maybe not every play, but it's most of the plays, and it kind of became a running joke for all of us. It's like, okay, we're going to send 3 or 4 receivers out. They're all going to go 5 yards or 6 yards or 8 yards, and then they're just going to stop and they're going to turn around and they're all going to stand there, and it's going to happen at the same time, which means Jalen Hurts doesn't have any progressions to go through for those who like to talk about how he can't go through his progressions, which again, I've gone and broken down film to show that that is a complete lie. But when you design plays where all of your receivers, the catch point, the throw point is at the same time during the play, there are no progressions to go through. Does that make sense? Right? Like that is one of the things that great offensive coordinators do. Great head coaches if they're the ones calling and designing the plays where the progression is okay, my first option's not there. I turn to my second. And when I turn to my second, that is the moment where whatever part of the design of the route is going to happen in terms of when you should throw the football. When you're sending all 3 or 4 receivers straight up the field 5 yards and they're all turning around, okay, that first guy's not open. Well, none of the others are now either because now they've been standing there even longer and the defense, it's so easy for the defense to cover them. I'm not worried at all about Jalen Hurts being under center. I'm not worried at all about Jalen Hurts having to turn his back to drop back or play action or any of that. And got to tell you, I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts throwing the ball over the middle. Not worried about any of that. We've got weapons. Like she even mentioned Lemon, didn't even mention Devontae Smith, who I think can also be huge for yards after the catch, right? This Eagles offense has a lot of weapons. Yes, there will be growing pains, I'm sure. Once again, Jalen Hurts, for what seems like maybe the 37th year, Yes, longer than he's been alive. He has a new offensive coordinator and a new scheme and all of that. It's got to be learned. And all these new players, they got to learn it, and they're all going to have to get on the same page. But, and I want to back up just a second because it popped into my head that I also didn't mention is Mina took a big, big, big shot at Nick Sirianni there. For those who didn't know, Eagles fans, you probably are gonna, if you didn't catch it, you're gonna agree with me when I say it. And you're like, oh yeah, that's true. The poor when she mentioned about life being difficult on both Jalen Hurts and the receivers because it's all been go win, go win, go win, right? Is that not the epitome of Nick Sirianni's? Hey guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to divide. I don't know how to devise an offensive scheme. I don't know how to devise plays. I don't know how to put in a game plan for a specific game to put you in great positions, to give you advantages, to help you minimize your weaknesses, maximize your strengths and make you look good and give you the best shot at being successful. I don't know how to do any of that, but I do know this: go win. You're really, really talented, so we're just gonna our whole offense is gonna revolve around you going and making plays, even if it's going to have to be in situations where I put you in a bad spot that makes it difficult for you to make those plays. And hey, if you don't make them, don't worry. We're just gonna blame Jalen Hurts. But is it I mean, am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. Am I wrong about that analysis? But I gotta tell you, it was fresh. It was nice to hear Mina talk about that in a positive way, where it seemed again for one of the rarest times in sports media, someone talking about last year what happened with the offense and Jalen Hurts, and not even mentioning AJ Brown, by the way. And then also, hey, this is what we could see with the offense going forward that would be helpful for the players that we didn't see in the past. Because, yeah, again, we've got a lot of weapons who can get yards after catch without a doubt, right? I mean, Hollywood, Dontavian, they can both do it as well. They're both those kinds of players. Um, Eli, best tight end in college football coming in. So again, I don't know. I hope I'm not trying to just feel like I'm repeating, getting you all pumped up and being a cheerleader, but I'm not kidding when I'm saying I'm excited to see what this offense can do this year. AJ Brown's gone, right? That's done. We don't have to worry about the drama. We don't have to worry about the what if. We don't have to worry about what we are or are not getting from for him. It's done. The drama's gone. We're moving forward. It's crazy, but it feels like a fresh start. And we're getting that fresh start after a playoff season, right? We're not getting it after 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years in the wilderness, of 6-11 campaigns. We're not the Dallas Cowboys, right? We're not the New York Giants, the Washington Redskins. We are still in that Super Bowl window. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? What did I miss? I do read all the comments, even if, I don't have the time with life to go and reply to all of them, but I do read them all and I do appreciate it. So anyway, let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Truly appreciate y'all. See you later.